Hey everybody, welcome to the Lesser Saints Discord, your one and only pre-show Laughing Scoundrel podcast. Every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not entirely sure if Nick's doing a show, but we're doing one anyways. We'll find out later.
Cause fuck it, we have no lives.
I like doing a show.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much my only justification. It's the highlight of my fucking Friday.
Yeah, so I'll keep this updated on the once I hear from Nick whether or not he's doing the show. I'll let you guys know.
Not that anyone's watching right now.
We got Dina here.
Dina! All of a sudden, it went from 0 to 4 viewers.
It says 3 on my end, and if one of them's Dina,
yeah, it's now 3. I've got 2 sets of info going up. I've got the one that you can that everyone can see, which is basically just everyone can see that. But I've got I've got the actual stream manager page up, and it says that we have 4 viewers, and now we have 6 on the actual page. Weird.
Well, one of them's me. Another one is probably Gables.
Well, that means we've got 3 other people watching.
Does it count as a view if I only have the chat open?
I don't know.
Yeah. I pretty much always go immediately into mod whenever the show starts.
Yeah, it still counts that.
Personally, I've only ever had to use my band hammer.
Yeah, on who? Because it's been a while.
It was one of those fucking like, hey guys, like click here.
Oh yeah, Kopak Maxim or some shit.
Yeah, I banned that guy. There's only been, I think, there's only been 3 bans in the history of the channel. Jables banned a guy, Crab banned a guy, and I banned a guy.
Yeah, and
I think they're all bots though.
I have not banned anyone purely because, well, I'm too busy with other shit.
You don't know how the bot identifies Jables.
I never said the bot was a guy.
Never mind.
Who the hell was Gay Idiot Official?
That's Addy.
Oh! That explains why it was a timeout.
He got his old Twitch handle back, at least for now. Cool. They're probably going to make him change it again.
Yeah, well, they're what they are.
All right. Want to talk about some good Samaritans?
Yeah, let's talk about some people doing some stuff. Let me actually get to the right page. Fade. Rid of this shit, and we're good to go.
I like how we just have the Hindenburg crashing in. Seems like a good metaphor for this year.
Yeah.
Not quite. We did find that one crystal dagger, so whatever comes up in December probably will be killed by it. This year's not a total loss.
Yeah, well, I mean, shittier and shittier things keep happening, so I don't know. Well, I wouldn't even call them shittier things. It's just everything's piling up.
Yeah. It's just like a fatigue at this point.
Yeah.
it went from at the start of the year, it's like, oh my god, everything is so terrible, to just like this resigned, like,
You're
Yeah.
still bitching? It's kind of just gotten to that level.
And I think the year started with a World War III threat, and then everything just shut down.
The threat never really went away, though.
Yeah, but everybody's too busy with other shit to really care about it.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, like, this is probably like the closest year where somebody's like, hey, the Christian God exists. It's like I agree. Only a cruel, capricious son of a bitch could come up with a year like this.
Yeah, this is either a sign that God does not exist, or it's the Muslim or Christian or Jewish God. One of the gods
Yeah,
of Abraham.
that hateful monster in those religious texts that people revere.
Going straight Old Testament.
I'm just waiting for the fire to start raining from the skies.
Well, I mean, we're kind of going through like the plagues of Egypt because we had that big locust storm.
Yeah, there was a locust storm this year, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was massive.
Australia burned to the ground. Now every place else is burning too.
Yeah. And then
It'd be shorter to list what isn't burning.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of something. I can't remember what server I found this in, but I'm gonna post it in live show.
I'm nervous.
Hold on a second. There we go. Copied.
I don't like it.
Yeah, he doesn't either.
Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this in LSD stream, and I'll load it up onto the screen so everyone can see the horror we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Washington's not burning either, as far as I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, other than people in the streets.
Well,
They burn.
depending on what portion of Alaska, Dina, you'd be hard pressed to find enough kindling to keep a massive fire going.
At a temperature that's functional, at least.
Well, there's a lot of wooded areas in Alaska.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wooded, but is it warm enough?
It's summertime. They got nothing but sunshine.
I
don't
got
mean it's
sunshine.
It's like in the 70s, maybe 80s.
Yeah, massive fires kind of have that happy phenomenon about them where they kind of create their own weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, the thing about
Post.
fires, when you're dealing with
I like where this is going.
when you're dealing with coniferous trees, a lot of those need to have the cones need to be exposed to high heat in order to drop the seeds.
Yeah,
So,
this is the case with the especially.
mhm.
And like there are some plants also like blueberries, for example. Wild blueberries have really deep roots, and they're actually one of the first things to come back after fires. They like thrive in like burnt areas.
Yeah, lots of nutrients in the soil after a good burn.
Yeah, redwoods are pretty fire resistant themselves. Like, Big Sur burned, and a bunch of the redwoods have survived.
It's because their bark is so fucking thick.
Yeah, the bark itself is actually pretty much fireproof. I mean, it's not perfectly fireproof, but close enough. and it's actually a species that has learned how to or that has evolved to be able to handle fire. It in fact uses fire to procreate.
Yeah. Lesser trees get wiped out and leave room for the next round of sequoias.
Yeah. But the pine cones won't even pop open until a fire rips through.
I feel like we've drifted off topic.
What
Did we have
topic?
a topic? Jabel said something about Good Samaritans, and there's something on screen, but
Yeah. I'll go ahead and read it. It's been up on screen for a while, so everyone already can see the title. Witnesses jump to the rescue after black SUV hits Wichita bus.
damn, I didn't know he was in Kansas.
It was a close call for a 41-year-old man in East Wichita when police say he experienced a medical crisis that caused him to crash into a city bus. Then, a group of bystanders, who are being called heroes, stepped in to help. He's sitting there just squealing the whole time and just stuck along the bus. I told my wife, hey, something's wrong. He's not being stupid. Something's wrong. Oh, okay.
That's a lot for you to assume, sir.
Well, he's definitely not being very descriptive. There's probably plenty there where he could be like, no, this guy's not being an idiot. Something's not right here. He's just not articulating it too well.
Mm.
Uh, but this is David, the man who rescued the SUV driver, apparently. After trying to break the passenger window with his elbow, yeah, he's not a smart man. Then ripping off the door handle, trying so hard to get it open, David realized it was time to think outside. He ran back to his car to grab a survival shovel, which was a Christmas gift from his grandma that was tucked away and forgotten about until. Why wouldn't you
You've
just
got to be
grab that in the
fucking
first place?
kidding me.
Why wouldn't you grab that in the first place?
Yeah, like, like they show it in movies and shit, but trust me, like, you don't want to fucking wrap your hand in like a t-shirt and try and punch out a car window.
If
Not a
you
good
have
plan.
to, that's one thing. But yeah, if you can avoid it, avoid it. Your elbow's not going to be much better. In fact, that's probably going to be worse.
Yeah, if you hit a certain set of nerves, it's just like, God.
Goodbye, elbow. Goodbye, hand. Anyway, finally, after several minutes, he got in and is able to shut off the car. When I had opened first,
Well, that's a terribly worded sentence.
yeah, I had to stop to reread it because I'm not sure if that's an error with the quote or if the guy just said it this way. But I'm gonna read it verbatim. When I had first got in the car, the first door opened. He was out. His head was down, not awake, no conscious. He said, Dave. What? That has to be I actually no, I shouldn't say that because there are people who might say things like that. Honestly, I don't want to make fun of this guy because he did a good thing. But god damn.
Kind of reminds me of a Jeff Foxworthy joke talking about like NASCAR and shit.
Like,
It's like, as southern as I am, it's like, do what? Were there any words in that?
this is like trying to decipher Cajun.
Yeah. I mean, he got to him, I guess.
So basically, when he first got into the car, when he was finally able to get into the car, he noticed that the driver, his head was down, he was not awake, he was not conscious. Anyway,
So unconscious man behind the wheel runs into bus.
like,
Guy somehow.
I don't
Okay.
know what I hope more. I don't know if I'd rather this guy be talking like this or the article, the reporter just completely butchering what was said. I'm not sure which one's better. And like I said, I don't want to make fun of this guy because he did good shit, but fuck. Anyway, the 41-year-old man in the SUV later woke up and was treated by EMS. Thanks to the quick action by David and the citizens nearby, everyone walked away with only minor injuries. I definitely hope that doesn't happen for him again. I would hate to have him, well, it would be... I would hate to have him, well, it could be a lot worse, said David. I think that's what was said, but the reporter just forgot to put in the pause between hate to have him and well. Honestly, that one makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I'm starting to think this is the reporter, which... God damn it! David asked us not to use his last name. He said it's because he didn't do it for any type of recognition, and is just glad he was there to help. And most of all, that the driver of the SUV was okay.
Well, good on him.
Yeah. Jeez, though. Like, I mean, we wanted to talk. We wanted to pull this up and talk about a guy who did something cool. We'll go ahead and play this while we bitch about the.
The video is riveting.
Yeah, like the grammatical is like, I don't know. I think I'd personally be kind of insulted.
Yeah.
Damn, he is on it too.
Yeah, I've got it muted because, I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's see if they show better footage. Here we go.
You're still on the first one?
Yeah.
Eli Higgins.
Yeah, he's going to town with the shovel. Guy must have had laminated side windows, because if those were just tempered... Oh,
Yeah.
there's David. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and see how he talks, because this might answer a lot of questions.
David, the man in the red shirt seen in the video rushing into action to save the man driving this black SUV experienced a medical emergency that caused him to slam into the back of a city bus.
He's sitting there just squealing the whole time and just stopped and just stuck along the bus. I told my wife, hey, we can get something's wrong. Like, he's not being stupid. Something's wrong.
This is David, the man in the...
Yeah, that answers it. It's completely the it's completely the reporter or the writer who written by fake news. Whoever wrote this doesn't even have the balls to put their own name on their mistake. But yeah, no, this guy definitely is not an idiot. He's just being misrepresented by a goddamn reporter who doesn't know how to properly quote someone.
Or use fucking spell check. Just saying, Grammarly is free.
Yeah.
The base version catches a lot of basic shit.
Yeah, let's talk about a cool article where dude rescues another dude. Oh fuck, let's bitch about the stupid author of the article who can't spell worth shit.
This is like a running theme, Buzz.
Yeah.
not so much a theme
Whenever
as
they're
much as a constant issue we're dealing with.
yeah, whenever there's an article that doesn't have a typo, I get really nervous and think it's satire.
Yeah, it's so sad when fucking the Hard Times has better fucking prose than most of your fucking journalists.
And don't get me wrong, we've gone through a lot of hard times articles. There have been some typos, but they're very far and few in between.
Yeah. There are very few times, like, I can't even remember a time reading a Hard Times article where I had to stop and go back to the beginning of the sentence, like, okay, how the fuck is this supposed to write out?
Why is there a triple negative in the sentence?
It's like, why is this word even here? What does it serve?
Yeah, like the sentence in this article. When I had first got in the car, the first door opened. He was out. His head was down, not awake, no conscious.
Yeah,
At some point, that turned into a Doge meme.
That's awful. Like, it literally did. It's like, not awake, no conscious. Wow.
Yeah, maybe we should stop making fun of this guy and go. You want to talk about drugs, Jables?
We can talk about drugs. I like drugs.
Let's move on because we're just getting angry at this guy.
Jake, if there's anybody here that know about drugs, be Jables.
Alright, go ahead, Jables.
An old dangerous drug has made a comeback with a new generation of users. Please say it's Quaaludes. Please say it's Quaaludes.
Clutch your pearls now.
Gamma hydroxybutyric acid, or GHB, is making a comeback as a new generation of recreational users rediscovers it through online marketplaces. Here's the secret, guys. It never left.
What is that?
GHB.
Yeah.
You can use it as a date rape drug. You can use it as just a fun drug. You can.
So it doesn't have a normal street name that people would know it by?
Not that I'm aware of. Everyone I know just calls it GHB.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophane has a really interesting story about how he almost overdosed on GHB, but he was doing enough cocaine that it kept his heart beating.
What?
Yeah.
That's when you know that you've got a problem.
Yeah. He was doing GHB and cocaine, and they were just kind of balancing each other out and keeping him alive.
It's just like
pretty crazy.
GHB is just like, I'm gonna stop his heart and kill him. The cocaine. He's like, fuck you, motherfucker! I'm gonna make his heart explode and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of got stuck in a stalemate.
Yeah, there are worse fates. Definitely not a fate you want to take upon yourself, but there are worse fates.
Sophane's still alive, so can't be that bad.
Yeah, no pulmonary damage whatsoever.
That's debatable. I don't know. I haven't talked to his cardiologist.
I thought you were his cardiologist.
No, that's for the emotional heart.
Cardiology for the soul.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm your therapist. I practice cardiology for the soul.
No.
Yeah, keep it out for next year where we release our Lesser Saints coffee book. Cardiology for the soul.
Coming soon to a backwards online shop near you. Speaking of backwards online shops.
Yeah, it had been several years since Professor Joseph Palomar had seen that unmistakable cave face. the telltale sign of an imminent overdose of gamma hydroxybutyric. I'm just gonna say GHB. Fuck it.
Don't get ideas
Standing,
from station chips.
standing among throngs of concert goers at a Brooklyn music venue last year, Palomar spotted the bulky man with the contorted face nearby. He was struggling to remain conscious. I've noticed that when people are meant to pass out and they keep forcing it, they make these very strange primitive faces. Palomar, an epidemiologist and associate professor of population health at New York University's Grossman School of Medicine. Can you make his title longer?
I'm sure they
I
could.
mean, what the fuck, man? Like, you don't know. Maybe the dude just has to take a shit and he doesn't know where the bathroom is.
No, I know what he's talking about. You see the same thing with the drunks.
Yeah, I know. I've seen plenty of drugs.
I
They
see the
look
same
like
thing
they're
on my
in
best friend
such
all the time.
euphoria, it's almost-
Drugs not required.
They look like they're in such euphoria, it's almost painful. Within minutes, the man succumbed, apparently to the suppressive effects of the drug, and collapsed to the floor. Security staff raced over and carried him away. The ordeal reminded Palomar of New York's sweaty nightclubs at the turn of the millennium, the same venues that had sparked his interest in studying drug use. Back then, overdoses, particularly on GHB, were so common that some clubs hired private ambulances to avoid 911 calls and police scrutiny. That's a good move. I like that, actually. One club allegedly hid unconscious patrons in a back room without medical assistance. That's not good.
Oh, that's fucked. No,
Do the
that's
private ambulance thing.
Private ambulance at least is
like
reasonable.
private ambulance. Like, yeah, that's still kind of shady, but like, at least you're trying to help.
Well, and what do you need for a private? You just need a station wagon that you can throw somebody in and drive them to the hospital real quick.
And they've probably
That's probably
already
all-
got them at the venue, so
I'm gonna
you know it's
fucking
going to be a
hack-
lot quicker than the ambulance.
Like,
Yeah.
I can just pop the hatch on my car and like throw somebody in the back in a pinch.
Yeah. Despite these efforts, the clubs didn't go unnoticed. After a rash of overdoses across the United States in the late 90s, Congress scheduled GHB as a controlled substance in 2000. Exposures to GHB reported to poison control centers fell almost immediately.
Yeah, reported. Reported. Keyword there.
Yeah. But here's the thing. That's what happens when you have an unregulated drug, not necessarily just legal, just unregulated. You don't teach people how to do the drug. But 20 years on, a new generation of recreational users, a disproportionate number of them gay and lesbian, according to researchers, has rediscovered the drug. Well, of course, gays and lesbians are going to be doing drugs all the time. They don't have to worry about getting people pregnant.
As long as you
Yeah.
don't share needles, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Let's not have a repeat of the 1980s.
Recent indictments in a Texas federal court revealed that today's networks for distributing GHB aren't spread over local dealers but far-flung markets linking buyers to legal businesses with dubious motives. Social media and the world's largest online marketplace are also tangled in this web. This illicit network generates millions of dollars each year and has spurred a small but growing crisis for which federal regulators and the medical community appear ill-equipped and unprepared. Okay. Should I just read the GHB 101 stuff?
Sure.
I don't know.
It's not like we
seems
have
a
an
bit-
audience.
Yeah. It's not like anybody's paying attention.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the problem is You know, you have a point. Where the fuck is everybody? Yeah, the people have been buying drugs off the internet since the internet started. So this isn't new. It's pretty old. Occurring GHB 101. Occurring naturally in the body, gamma hydroxybutyric acid was first synthesized in a lab in the 1960s. Although its application in medicine has always been limited, GHB has had various recreational uses. In the 1980s, health food stores marketed the compound as a dietary supplement. Yeah, if you're too fucking sedated to eat, then you just don't eat.
Can't eat, can't wake up.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same as my joke for when liquor stores stayed open for during quarantine. If you're too drunk to open your front door, you don't leave the house. Problem solved.
If you can get them to bring it to you, the better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, my state loosened up its laws on alcohol delivery at that time. Yeah, pretty great. Then
Hey,
in the
we have
90s, it found its way into American nightlife. In small doses, mere milliliters, GHB produces feelings of relaxation and confusion and heightens sexual arousal, lending to its allure as a party drug. It can also cause amnesia and hallucinations. Yes.
Also known as the not fun side effects.
I don't know.
Well,
It depends on who you are. Those might be fantastic.
Yeah, the amnesia, not so much. The hallucinations, those can be fun.
Yeah, depends heavily on the content of the hallucinations.
Yeah. While not particularly addictive, the drug has a steep dose response relationship. Meaning the difference between experiencing euphoria and losing consciousness is a matter of a few drops of the clear, viscous liquid. It is this quality of GHB that gives it the nickname the date rape drug. It's not, no, it's not the, it is a date rape drug.
Yeah.
It's not the date rape drug.
Rohypnol is the.
Yeah, this is the modern date rape drug of choice, not the date rape drug.
Yeah,
There's a reason it's called getting roofied.
Rufalin.
Yep.
Yeah. Although GHB is a pretty good date rape drug because it's a clear liquid. You can just squirt it in somebody's drink real quick.
We do
Well,
not
you know,
endorse. In
No,
fact,
we don't. I'm just
in
saying.
fact, it's be fucking careful. Be careful because this shit is real.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch your drinks.
Yeah.
That's all.
Always go to the bar with a friend.
Don't accept drinks from people that you didn't see prepared by the bartender yourself. And even then, be sketchy about it. I don't know. Maybe the bartender's in on it.
Don't go to the bar alone. Don't leave the bar without your friends.
Buddy system. It's important when doing drugs and drinking,
Indeed.
whether on purpose or accident.
It's an important life skill.
Yeah. All right. Although the compound is really a factor in sexual assault. Yeah. Like, okay. Overdoses can result in coma.
So you just defeated your own fucking point.
Yeah. That I was already making. Overdoses can result.
Yes, like it's the date rape drug, but it's rarely used in sexual assault. It's just like what?
Yeah. Overdoses can result in coma or respiratory arrest. That's where the cocaine comes in, which to an unaccustomed observer may appear as if the affected person, has only fallen asleep. GHB overdoses surged in the United States during the 90s. In 1995, the Drug Abuse Warning Network recorded 145 emergency department visits for GHB-related illness in a single year. That's not a lot.
Scary to say, it's like, oh, like, I'm sure it was scary at the time, and then fucking fentanyl happened, and it's just like,
By 2000, this number was nearing 5,000. Okay, so but in 5 years, it jumped up to about 5,000.
By contrast, fair enough.
Yeah. What, it got popular. You can't blame the drug for that.
Yeah.
That same year, the American Association of Poison Control Centers logged some 2,000 exposures to GHB and its analogs, as well as 6 deaths. Okay. In reaction to the growing Congress passed the Hillary J. Farias and Samantha Reed Date Rape Drug Prohibition Act of 2000, which authorized the Attorney General to list GHB as a Schedule I controlled substance. The law, named after 2 teenagers who allegedly died from GHB overdoses after unknowingly ingesting the drug, also targeted GHB analogs or chemicals that are substantially similar to the illegal compound. 2 of these, gamma whatever, GBL, and BDO, were named in the Act's text. Once ingested, GBL and BDO metabolize into GHB and have similar clinical effects, but unlike GHB, both chemicals have widespread use in industrial manufacturing, which prevents them from being regulated as controlled substances under the Farias-Reed Act. GBL became subjected to greater control by the Drug Enforcement Administration, while BDO was left unregulated. Even so, under the new law, the sale and distribution of either GBL or BDO could result in criminal prosecution if the seller knew the buyer would consume chemical.
I'm sorry, but I'm not ingesting anything that's used in industrial manufacturing.
Yeah, like, I knew some people that would buy things online back in, like, the 2010s. Early 2010s, like 2011 to 2013. And sometimes you can get a certain chemical that not only can be used as a drug, but is excellent eyeglass cleaner.
Yeah.
So
You
you label it as that, and you sell it at raves.
Because
Hell,
people in
man.
raves need their glasses cleaned.
Dude, it gets sweaty.
I'm not
Greasy hands
saying
all
that
over your
as
leg.
I'm not saying that to say
like
they're bad
somebody
people. I'm
spilled a
just saying
fucking
it is what it is.
cocktail on your face, and then your glasses are all sticky, and it's terrible.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a bubble party, and there's a lot of soap, and bubbles pop. You get a bunch of soap spots all over your glasses. It's not good. Okay. I don't know why they're talking about new market for an old drug. I'm just gonna throw a wild guess out there. It hasn't been very popular for a while, so it gained in popularity again because drugs are fun, and that's just how trends work.
Yeah. Now it is a long article where it talks about blah 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 blah.
It's all speculation, but I can just tell you very quickly right there what's going on. Yeah,
Mickey, you sick.
people yeah.
Okay. So for Dina, I guess, let's get into something stupid.
Please, let's.
Coming to us from the Sun Sentinel.
What?
I'm going with the news articles, Rimshee.
Sun Sentinel.
Yeah.
That one's like 3 down.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, now you've put. There's nothing in live show.
What are you talking about? They're all in live show. We didn't do any articles last week.
Oh, fucking.
I just didn't make a new one because of why.
You're making me
Oh,
fucking
yeah, why bother?
roll
We
up.
didn't do any of the articles from last week.
So this one. I don't know. That one. I don't know if I want to read that one anyway.
No.
I'll take this one because I think Mr. Rimshee should hear it.
Yeah.
Couples can get
Nah.
paid.
I see the one that I wanted to do last week. Yeah, I'll take it. Because that's what the next one's fuck.
Couples can get paid $3,000 to have sex and review on different mattresses.
Yep.
All I hear is meh from the other room. Sleep Standards, a website that publishes sleep-related advice and product reviews, is offering $3K to 5 couples willing to bone on a bunch of different mattresses and give feedback on each new experience.
Why not?
We'll send you a new mattress every week, and all you have to do is give us your honest review on how good that mattress is for sex. That's right. You can get paid for doing what you do in your regular everyday life. We all know that a bad mattress can lead to problems in bed, and a good mattress can do wonders. To save people the trouble of looking for a comfortable mattress through trial and error, we came up with this experiment. We're aiming to find the best mattress for sex, and we need your help.
I can tell you now, it's not a water.
The couples will have to rate each mattress on the following criteria: bounciness, noise, firmness, edge support, comfort, cooling, and an overall score. In addition to 3K, the couples will get to keep one mattress of their choice. If you're interested, you can sign up here. Beware, you will have to submit a 60-second video talking about your passion for the project and providing links to your social media accounts. The closing date The closing date for entry will be September 15th, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. MST. Han, there's still time.
Yeah. When it said beware, you'll have to submit a 60-second video, I was like, oh, they're getting sex tapes. It's like, oh. No, you just have to talk about the project. I wouldn't.
Hey, Deadwolf's here.
Hey, Dead Wolf. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it for that article.
So, this is where we come into the strap-in portion of the show.
Yeah. The previous one was that strap on.
Yeah, strap in, kiddies. This one's gonna get fucking brutal.
All 55 of you.
Coming to us from news.com. Celebrity politician accused of masterminding husband's murder with 5 of the couple's 55 kids. Jesus jumping Christ.
How? They've got to be adopted.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I could see 55.
No, this is how it gets worse. Like, we're not even in the article and it gets worse. A singer turned politician is accused of masterminding the brutal murder of her husband, once her adopted son, with the help of 5 of their 55 kids.
This got weirder. I was just going based off the headline.
Honestly,
Yeah.
this woman should not be allowed around kids because she does not raise them right. We can tell.
A gospel singer? Oh, Jesus.
Step 1. Step 2. We're on step 3.
I think we lost the steps a long time ago. We're just running. I don't even know at this point. Let's just get into it. A gospel singer turned celebrity politician is accused of masterminding the brutal assassination of her husband, who was once her adopted son, with the help of 5 of the couple's 55 children. Brazil's Ordelis dos Santos de Souza, a rags to riches celebrity whose story was documented in a popular film, is fighting to avoid jail over the 2019 murder. Anderson do Carmo, 42, was discovered shot 30 times, mostly in the groin, in the garage of the family's home in Rio de Janeiro in June of last year.
Of that year.
Of that year.
Which I guess is last year, but still.
Yeah.
His 59-year-old wife, known to her fans as Fleur de Lis, claims he had been killed in a botched robbery, insisting she is devastated by her husband's death and that she is innocent.
I don't know why they shot him in the groin 30 times.
Fleur de Lis met and adopted Mr. Do Carmo in 1991. He was 14 and she was 30. And they married in 1998. Oh, God.
That sounds like she was grooming him.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of squick from this. Okay, most of the children are adopted. Oh, no.
Yeah, but 55, there's not 55 kids even in that picture.
I'm concerned.
55 kids in the picture.
So, how many of the kids were that? What are the chances that of the kids that helped mommy, 4 of them were the 4 kids that they had together?
Yeah. The couple, both celebrities in Brazil, are understood to have adopted 51 children and had 4 of their own. Fleur de Lis began adopting children in 2015 after taking pity on youths whose lives were surrounded by violence in Rio's infamously impoverished and crime-ridden streets. This had all added to her status as a politician and celebrity of Christian values and secured her place as a powerful and popular figure within Brazil's conservative Social Democratic Party. In the 2018 general election, she won 197,000 votes, the most achieved by a woman in the state of Rio de Janeiro. But despite her popularity and her claims of innocence, prosecutors in Rio say they have found new evidence proving that Fleur de Lis ordered the assassination of her husband. Heavily armed police arrested 5 of her children and 1 granddaughter, but were unable to detain Fleur de Lis since she enjoys parliamentary immunity. Now police are calling on politicians to change the rules so they can arrest her. They say she tried to poison her husband at least 6 times for several months before telling several children to stage a break-in at the family home and kill him.
Goddamn. Also, hi, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Larry!
You're coming in on the interesting shit.
Yeah.
Investigators say the motive was financial and there's a struggle within the family. They described a vicious family feud in which Fleur de Lis' husband blocked her from giving preferential treatment to her favorite children. What? Okay. Brazilian newspapers have this week been filled with surreal details of Fleur de Lis' alleged crimes, reporting that she began plotting to kill her husband in 2018. Her daughter's internet search history allegedly included the words cyanide in food. The teenager said she was trying to help a friend who wanted advice on how to put down her dog.
Bullshit.
Yep, that definitely smells of shit.
But still, so wait, this started over an argument where the husband was like hey, don't give preferential treatment just because they're your favorites. You gotta love all of them. You adopted them. That's essentially.
Yeah,
He's
but
being he's being a decent human being. And she's like, nope, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
yeah,
Because you're preventing me from giving money to my favorites and telling the rest of them to go fuck off.
it's like, I adopted you for the specific purpose of grooming you into being my husband, and you dare defy me?
Honestly, that's what it fucking looks like.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
God, this is creepy. The reports include claims she wanted to kill her husband because she thought divorce ungodly, leaving her with no choice.
Catholic.
Well,
course
can't
she has
divorce you,
nothing
must
with
murder
Bill.
you brutally.
I'm pretty sure that murder is a greater caliber sin than fucking divorce.
I would not disagree with that statement. I think that getting a divorce is like, okay, you may stay in purgatory or go to the first layer of hell.
Oh, Jesus.
Whereas murder, welcome to the 5th level or whatever the fuck it is.
What am I supposed to do? I can't separate from him because that would scandalize the name of God.
She allegedly said in a message to one of her children. Police reportedly believe that in the hours before Mr. Docarmo's shooting, he and Fortways visited a swingers club in Rio neighborhood Botafogo. They allege that Flavio dos Santos Rodriguez, Miss D'Souza's biological son, shot his stepfather with a gun bought by Cesar dos Santos for the couple's adopted children. The motive was that she was unhappy with the way in which Pastor Anderson lived his life and fulfilled the family finances. Antonio Ricardo Lima Nunes, the murder chief in Rio de Janeiro, told reporters. There's a lot of long ass names. The conclusion.
Montoya, huh?
Yeah. You killed my father. The conclusion the investigation reached was this: that she planned this cowardly murder. Police are powerless to arrest her, but that could change soon. In an official petition to the Speaker of the nation's lower house on Tuesday, Leo Mota, right-wing congressman and former police officer, demanded she be stripped of her term. Given the avalanche of evidence against the congresswoman, it is clear she cannot remain in the position to which she was elected. Mr. Mota, who is also a gospel singer, argued in the document.
The duel of the gospel. They should have a sing-off.
It's worth stressing that the congresswoman always sought to project the image of a Christian woman committed to raising her adopted children and concerned about the family, while simultaneously exhibiting behavior which, if the police inquiry's claims were true, suggests a perverse, crime-inclined heart. Alan Duarte, the police commissioner, told Brazilian TV that his investigation had proved that the congresswoman's image of altruism and decency was merely a ploy to gain some political. Fleur-de-Lis's lawyer has protested his client's innocence. He told Brazilian media she is very upset with everything that's happened because she is innocent. She never ordered this savage crime. Doubt.
So that just means that the kids took "I wish he was dead" to mean go kill him. Got it. Blame it on the kids. Got it.
Classic move for a parent of 55 kids.
One of them might escape. I've got 49 others.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Larry, no, it was 51 adopted children, and then they had 4 biological children. Yeah.
Granted,
Nuts.
she had 4 children with a man that she adopted as her son when he was 14 years old.
7 years prior to them marrying.
Yeah, so she adopted him, and then 7 years later they got married.
which means that honestly, that sounds very much like she was grooming his ass.
You could have just kept it with the 55, Larry. I got 55 children in my husband's name. You don't have to give all 59.
You know, Larry,
That was an
you say
interesting fucking article.
you say don't stick your dick in crazy, but it seemed pretty obvious that this guy was groomed, but he still had a mind of his own because he stood up to his wife who groomed him and got killed for it.
This is a case of crazy making you stick your dick in.
Yeah, and he got shot in the dick. A good
30 times!
Was it 30 times he was shot in the dick, or was he shot 30 times and most of those were in his dick?
I think it's 30 times.
30 times.
Yeah, most of them were in the groin, but he got shot 30 times.
Like, that's 2 fucking magazines, man. They had to reload.
It depends. It depends on what they say it was. It was
I don't think they specified what the gun was. But if we're like going like with a 15 round double stack 9mm, it's like, what, man? You had to reload at least once.
No, they just said a gun.
Yeah, with a gun bought by Cesar dos Santos. So that could they're not even specifying if it was a handgun or a rifle.
Yeah.
So for all we know, they brought a fucking AK in and we're just like pap, 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 until the 30-round mag was empty.
Yeah. That's more
like there'd be nothing left of his pelvis at that point.
Well, okay, here's the other possibility. They tried to pass off
mattress today. God damn it, Deadpool.
Here's the other possibility. If their claim is true, which it's not, given all the evidence that the police have apparently found, but if their story was by some chance true, it was a burglary gone wrong, and the burglars, instead of shooting him once or twice in the chest just to put him down so that they could get away, they took the time to shoot him 30 fucking times in the groin, which is a very, very personal manner in which to execute someone. And it shows emotion and, I don't want to say disappointment, but,
yeah, like, this was clearly so that this guy would suffer. Like, this dude died in agonizing pain.
Yeah, poor dude.
Fucking blows, man.
Getting hit in the groin once was bad enough.
Anyways, though, let's move on. Speaking of burglaries gone wrong.
I was going to cover this, but Jabel's got it.
You can go ahead. If you want to. Feel free. Yes, less work for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, this one's just fucking dumb. Okay, this time.
So from fucking crazy to stupid.
Yeah. Coming to us from the Sun Sentinel, and just look at these 3 winners, everybody. Look at those fucking faces.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is the one on the left looks like he's disappointed. I don't know if he's disappointed that he got caught, or that he's like, shit, I can't believe I let them talk me into this shit. It could go either way.
Yeah. Oh, let's take a moment. I want to address face tattoos real quick. Face tattoos don't mean anymore. They used to mean something. Now, if I see somebody with face tattoos, I'm just like, might mean something. You might just be a poser. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, in my case, it's like, you're either a poser or a drug.
Or a ridiculously famous rapper named Post Malone.
So, Coming to us from the South Florida Sunset. Of course, it's fucking Florida. 3 men.
Wait, hold on. I have to address this. Larry, hook a brother up, God, and give him a big old. Yeah, hey, Larry. The way I learned it, you go to heaven like in your prime physical state. So, I guess include a big dick that you had.
Honestly,
Like,
no, real quick with these pictures. Like I said, the guy on the far left, he looks like he's just like, shit. Why?
Yeah.
And that's either why the fuck did I do this, or fuck, I got caught. The guy in the middle is just like, fuck you. I'm pissed that I got caught. And the guy on the right just is like, I'm happy to be here. I mean,
he looks kind of bemused.
Yeah, he looks bemused, like there's something he knows that no one else does. The guy in the middle is just looks angry, and
Yeah,
the guy on the left just looks disappointed.
And the guy on the left, for me, the guy on the left just looks fucking confused.
Wait, hold on. No, I got this. It's Ed, and Eddie. Left is Double D, the center is Eddie, and the right is Ed.
Yeah. Anyway. 3 men wore GPS ankle monitors while burglarizing dozens of homes, cops say.
Yep.
Gentlemen, got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hollywood. A group of thieves behind the burglaries of nearly 30 homes couldn't have been easier to find. They carried out their heists while wearing ankle devices that pinpoint their locations, say. The burglars committed these crimes while already on pre-trial release for previous crimes and while wearing court-ordered GPS ankle monitors, said Hollywood police spokesman Officer Christian Lana. More than $150,000 in cash, an AK-47, a Smith & Wesson handgun, cell phones, iPads, jewelry, designer handbags, ammunition, blank checks, fraudulent debit and credit cards, and a stolen vehicle were among the items seized by authorities, documents show.
This is Ed, and Eddie.
Yep. Yeah, they just wanted to get some jawbreakers later down the line.
And bear with the names, everybody. But Zion O'Dane Denver Hall, 21. Tyreek Devontae Williams, 19. And Tremaine Raekwon Hill, 18. Are believed to be part of a criminal organization committing burglaries, armed burglaries, fraud, gun thefts, and other criminal acts throughout South Florida, said Tuesday.
Okay, I wanna make a guess. I have no way of knowing this, but I think that the 21-year-old is in the middle. The 19-year-old is the one on the left, and the 18-year-old is the one on the right. I'm probably completely wrong, and it's actually just in line with what the names are, but that's what I want to think.
You're right.
Wait, no, I think the 18-year-old's on the left and the 19-year-old's on the right.
Why do you say that?
Neck tattoo.
God, those are terrible tattoos.
Maybe.
The 3 men who were arrested Friday face charges of burglary, grand theft, and racketeering. Hall is currently facing 35 counts, while Williams and Hill are facing 25 and 19 counts, respectively. They were taken into custody while under house arrest, awaiting trial on unrelated charges. It's not the first time South Florida has seen people accused of committing crimes while wearing GPS ankle monitors. Of course it's not! The devices are used to keep track of people who have been freed from jail on bond. Last year, 2 men wore the devices while killing a man in Fort Lauderdale, police said. Also last year, a man cut off his ankle monitor and vanished after being accused of raping a co-worker while on a job in Coral Springs.
4chan, get on that one.
In the Hollywood cases, additional charges and arrests may be forthcoming, authorities said. Hollywood and Margate Police, the Broward Sheriff's Office, and the Florida Attorney General's Office are conducting a joint investigation. Jesus, man.
I tried to call it theft.
There are many doors, Ed boy. We go through all of them.
Man, what a pack of fucking degenerate losers.
Oh. Well, you know.
Lengthy prison sentences. You're too dumb for society.
I just keep thinking of the Ed, Ed and Eddie theme song now. Like, I'm looking at their pictures, and that's all I can think about. Oh, and apparently the journalist looks like Ben Franklin. Let's take a look at that.
What the fuck?
Hey, Canuck.
Hey, Canuck.
Ah, you missed the good shit.
You know what? I'm gonna create a new room. It's gonna be best of articles. I'm gonna start dropping like the best articles.
The best and the worst.
Yeah.
Like, this one ends up in there, and I think
the previous one definitely, because holy shit.
Yeah, this one and the last one definitely belong in there.
Yeah, so from now on, we're gonna start collecting these, and like every time we hit 100th episode thing, we'll go over some of the favorites. Oh, and for the audience, we'll add one. If you guys want to add anything, let us know.
Like, somebody needs to find the fucking fire extinguisher article.
Yeah. Oh man, here I can probably find it pretty easily.
Because that was like one of our greatest hits.
Yeah. The dolphin jerk off was a classic, says Larry.
I vaguely remember the dolphin jerk off.
Yeah, the lady would give the dolphin a handy every night.
Oh yeah.
Dina didn't like that.
Yeah, I found the fire extinguisher.
Which fire extinguisher one are you talking about?
Oh
god, that one! Oh my god, yes! Holy fuck! Never put the nozzle of a fire extinguisher inside your Wagyu.
Right.
Because someone did it!
Were you not here for that one, Dina? That one was fucked up.
I think Dina was here. She did not remember it. Yeah.
Oh,
right, so
man.
Are in the best of.
No, the Wagyu was not on fire.
Although copious amounts of Fireball whiskey might have.
There was no reason. She just did it because she was drunk and decided she didn't want to have kids, apparently.
No, she was trying to do a party trick to impress everybody.
It's literally, it can be summed up in 4 words. Hey y'all, watch this.
Yep.
I'm drunk enough to try it, so watch now.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we'll have to go
David,
through these
fucking
on the
rude.
200th episode. Like we'll have to keep track.
Yeah.
They've got to be really good though. Like these 4 are the best of the best so far. We'll have to keep track.
Yeah. He's a. Oh man, I had a good idea. Yeah, if you guys think of anything else, let me know. All right.
You
Anyways,
got
back
this
to
next one,
speaking of
Jables?
drinking and whatnot. Yeah, speaking of drinking and whatnot, Rojo epidemic hit Okinawa as warm weather meets heavy drinking. Police in southern Japan reported more than 7,000 cases of rohone last year. Japan is largely tolerant of salarymen snoozing on trains after an evening out, but authorities in southern island of Okinawa are taking a dim view of worrying new trend alcohol-fueled somnolence. Well, whatever.
Somnolence.
Somnolence.
It's a fancy word that they're trying to use to make themselves look smart. They need to get their thought box straight and start using human words.
So, drunk people are just laying down and sleeping in the street in Okinawa.
This sounds
Yeah.
more like a suicide issue than a drunk issue.
That's what the fucking forest and train stations are for, Rimshee.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys have ever laid on asphalt on like a cool summer night after a hot day. It's quite nice.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I've done just that. I usually don't do it in the street though.
Yeah. I did it in the middle of a highway, but that was in my small town and there wasn't any traffic.
Yeah, if you're going to sleep on the asphalt, folks, just find a parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah, and make sure you get a reflective belt or something. That way they're at least like, what the fuck is that in the road? Before they run your ass over.
You don't even need the reflective belt. Just make sure that you fall asleep in the cart corral.
Do you know how hard it was for me to call it a reflective belt instead of a glow belt?
It's a personal problem, Rimshee.
The Marine Corps has changed how I think, man. I've been
Yeah,
out for 5 years now, and it still is here. It still messes with me.
Oh, what's your name?
Still there.
It's like Vietnam flashbacks, except less exciting.
There's no Clearwater Revival in the flashbacks.
Yeah. No, it's mostly that, what was it, Jessica Black Friday? And Katy Perry songs. The Marine Corps is fucking weird, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of this is worse.
Wear a traffic cone on your dick. Yeah, Deadwolf's got the right idea. All right. Local police reported more than 7,000 cases of rojone.
Damn it.
Literally sleeping on the road. Last year, a phenomenon some attribute to Okinawa's balmy weather and enthusiastic consumption of a fiery spirit that has been made on the island for hundreds of years. Police in Japan's southernmost prefecture, located 1,000 miles from Tokyo, are thought to be the only force in the country that keeps statistics on rojone. According to Mainichi,
I mean,
fuck,
man.
I didn't even know.
7,000 incidents of motherfuckers just falling asleep on the street. You have to start keeping statistics at some point. right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be surprised if a significant number of those weren't Marines on Libo.
No, it is probably a lot of like salarymen, because like the fucking like being a Japanese salaryman is fucking insane. The amount of hours those guys put in, it's oh dear God.
Yeah.
And the fact that like most Asian people have a lower tolerance for alcohol in general.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like they get fucking super stressed and then they get super drunk and then they just find an asshole.
Well, it's also customary that if your boss takes you out for drinks, like
Yeah, you have to drink.
you have to stay until.
And you have to keep
So.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yep. You can drink more than them, but you cannot drink less than them.
Yeah, to be
And
fair,
the
it's
weird,
also this
like-
is the same culture that taking a nap is considered a good thing because it means you're working hard. So there are literally people who pretend they're taking naps just to make themselves look like they're working harder than they are.
Yep. And some people just take naps because they want to. It's just I haven't been working that often, but
Or they just
nap.
in this case, like, they just pass out on fucking park benches, or I guess in Okinawa in the fucking street because they're so fucking exhausted.
Okay. I didn't even know the term before coming to Okinawa. I think it's a phenomenon unique to Okinawa. Tadataka Miyazawa, who became prefectural police chief less than a year ago, told the newspaper. In most instances, people are roused from their impromptu slumber before coming to any harm. But 16 of the 7,221 cases reported last year resulted in accidents, 3 of them fatal. That's not too bad. 3 out of over 7,000 fatal.
Yeah, but
16
16 were injured, or at least caused accidents.
Yeah, 13 of them. 13 of them had accidents, possible injury. 3 of them were three.
Yeah, they
3
say who
died.
died there. Was it the guy sleeping on the street, or was it the person in the car sleeping to a point that exploding afterwards?
Who knows? Restrictions on Japan's nighttime economy, prompted by the coronavirus outbreak, have failed to slow the trend. In the first case, received 2,702 emergency calls, about the same number as at the same point last year, despite government requests for people not to venture out at night. Locals believe Okinawa's warm weather combined with awamori, a rice-based spirit unique to the island that is usually drunk with water and ice, are fueling the rojone phenomenon, a criminal offense that can result in a fine up to 50,000 yen, 358 pounds, so like $1,000.
It's not off by that much, is it?
Yeah, I think that's a little weird there, Jables.
1 pound is like 2 something of our dollars, so nearly $3.
Is the exchange rate that bad now?
It's been like that for a while.
No, that's only $475.39.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the pound sterling is like currently like 1.33 US dollars.
I thought it
So,
was
yeah,
like 2 or 3. Okay, whatever.
it's worth more than the dollar.
Yeah, it's 30 cents. It's worth 30 cents more than the dollar.
Okay.
Like 33 cents.
So it's nearly $500.
Yeah.
Radio broadcasts at a photo exhibition warning of the dangers of rojane do not appear to have convinced drinkers to stop while they are still capable of making it to the safety of their own beds. Or, just the sidewalk. That works too. Like, you don't need to be in the street. Just pick a spot on the sidewalk if you're going to fall asleep somewhere.
Plus, they might be with their boss, and that's why they can't make it to the bed. Oh, he keeps drinking. I gotta keep going. Fuck.
In some cases, police have come across victims, quote unquote, using the curb as a cooling pillow. Others have stripped down to their underwear, apparently in the belief that they are already at home. The temperature. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, my sister did this once. We were out
In
drinking.
Japan?
The sport
No, she did that here in the neighborhood I'm in right now. It's like, you okay to walk home? She's like, yeah, I'll be fine. She seemed like a little stumbly, but okay to walk home overall. Somebody was like, yeah, I saw her. She was stumbling pretty bad when I saw her. And then we went to just like walk to her place. And she was just laying in the middle of the street. Fucking idiot.
Nah, fine.
Yeah.
Fine, leave me alone.
Oh,
The
man.
temperature is soaring across Japan this summer. Local authorities accept that there is no end in sight for the Rojone epidemic. Tatsuo Oshiro, head of prefectural.
I'm sorry. But I just looked something up out of curiosity. Apparently, the Mexican peso isn't even working.
Cool.
That's fucking bad.
Yeah. Said officers would show little mercy to habitual offenders and called on residents to moderate their awamori consumption. Don't get me wrong, alcohol isn't bad, he told the Minichi. It's just bad to drink to excess. Good advice.
Yeah.
Will I follow that advice? No.
Yeah,
But
probably not.
Yeah, the Costa Rican cologne is like less than a cent. Like it's at 0.0017 United States dollars.
That's even less than yen.
Let's see what Venezuela's looking like.
What, could I buy Venezuela with the $200 I have
No,
in my
it's
account?
recovered some, apparently.
What is their currency?
Apparently, it's the Bolivar.
No. Okay, so I had to scroll back up. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, supposedly one is about a cent. For some reason, I doubt that, though. I think that's an old one. Yeah, apparently that's as of July 17th, but I kinda doubt that. Oh shit. ExchangeRates.com says one bolivar is 0.000029554 US dollars.
Yeah.
10,000 bolivars isn't even. It's barely three. It's not even 3 cents.
What country is that?
Venezuela.
Reminds me of that scene from Eurotrip when they go to that Eastern European country and he gives somebody a dime. And they're just like, you just made him the richest man in the entire country.
Oh yeah, I finally got that emote working and to upload, and I guess they approved it. So, here.
Yeah, cheers. Nice glass of scotch.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, when Dina posted that, I was like, wait a second. I know that. Did Rimshee? He did. Yep, Larry, there's a new emote.
Nice.
Yeah, no more sad Roy Cat.
I think this fits us better anyway.
Yeah.
But apparently, if we get enough subscribers, we get enough sub points for another emote, so we'd be able to add one.
Yeah, if we guys share the stream out whenever we're live. Do it.
Share the
Just
stream, and if
everyone-
anyone wants to give us money, give us money.
Yeah, and then if we have enough subscribers, then we can have the fire extinguisher emote that we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. There's a little motivation, you guys.
We could also add more emotes to bigger subs too. So who knows?
Where's the stream Larry, we've talked. We might start it up at some point.
No, Dina. No to what? The fire extinguisher emote? It's not going into a Vagu, I promise. It'd never get past Twitch if we did that.
No, it's just a fire extinguisher.
It's just an in joke for people here. Also, we can have people spam fire extinguishers in the chat whenever something truly.
Yeah, when something truly horrendous is happening, it's all about the fire extinguisher. When it's like, yep, here's to that!
Yeah.
Yeah, scotch for good times, fire extinguisher for the flames.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, if we get 4 more subs, we get another slot for emotes. I don't know if it's permanent slot, if it's a permanent slot, or if it's as long as we have those sub points. If it's only while we have those sub points, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I think it just unlocks because it wouldn't make because people unsubscribe from shit all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
It's like, oh, somebody decided they didn't like your channel anymore. You lost your emote privileges. It's like,
yeah. Yeah, that would be completely dumb. I wouldn't put it past Twitch, but I don't think they're that cruel.
Yeah.
Apparently we need 4 more. And they can be Twitch subs too. Keep that in mind. So if you want to give us a Twitch sub, that counts. Or not a Twitch, a Amazon Prime sub.
Yeah.
Just get Amazon Prime and give us that free one. It auto unsubscribes Canuck.
it's literally no skin off.
Yeah, honestly, don't care. It'd be nice to have the fire extinguisher emote, but that's really all we're looking for with that one.
Yeah. Other than that, we like the audience that we have so far. So.
Yeah. Don't do it, Mickey.
Hey,
Hey!
No, Larry.
Gary gifted one to Deadwolf.
Oh, that's cool.
It's Larry's first gift sub in the channel.
Who knows? Who knows how the subs work?
Who cares? Eric?
We still need 3 more.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
Much appreciated.
Eh. Oh. Oh shit! Should we go into the next one? Actually, hey, did you ever hear back from Nick about his show?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You'll know. Yeah, you'll know when I know.
Okay. Shall we go into the next one then?
Yeah, go for it.
This is a weirdly uplifting story.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Detroit funeral home discovers woman declared dead is actually alive. As it turned out, reports of her untimely death were greatly exaggerated.
Stream
Oh.
on Twitter. Oh, he said
Oh,
try
no.
on.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm tired.
Tamisha Beauchamp, or whatever the hell that name is.
Okay.
Beauchamp? I'm not sure. A 20-year-old Southfield woman. I actually had in my head that it was an old lady. Southfield woman who had been pronounced dead early Sunday morning after a heart attack was taken to a Detroit funeral home where staff found she was in fact not dead but still very much alive. And now, well-known plaintiff attorney Jeffrey Fieger is representing her. Fieger, who identified his client has won more than 165 verdicts and settlements of $1 million or more. He also successfully defended assisted suicide Dr. Jack Kevorkian. That's just kind of worded weird. He successfully defended the assisted suicide doctor who is Jack Kevorkian, the guy who is most known for creating the machine and whatnot. Anyway.
Well, no, Jack. Yeah, okay.
Southfield officials tried to explain the error later that same day in an announcement that was sent on behalf of the city's fire chief under an unusual and understated subject line: mistaken pronouncement of death. But even that later required a correction. The story went viral on social media, with readers imagining the horror of being embalmed alive. A Seattle attorney, Emily Albright, I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced, who contacted the Free Press and specializes in mortuary litigation, said the story was so rare she wasn't sure if it was real. But after looking into it, she said that it sounds like the funeral home saved the woman's life. Well, when I first saw this, I thought, no way, she told Free Press. According to the Southfield Fire Department, which would not release victim's name, paramedics responded to a 911 call. A woman was not breathing. They performed CPR and tried to revive her, but after 30 minutes they concluded she was likely no longer alive. Following procedures, the paramedics also contacted Oakland County Medical Examiner's Office, but later the fire department clarified in a statement that a local emergency department physician pronounced Beauchamp dead. The body was released to her family to make funeral arrangements. James H. Cole Funeral Home in Detroit confirmed it picked up the body hours later, but at the funeral home, employees saw her chest was rising and falling, and the woman was still breathing. They called EMS, and the woman was taken to the hospital for treatment. The funeral home added, its thoughts and prayers are with this young woman and her family. Jesus fucking Christ, though, man.
Yeah, I heard a different version of this. Also, she apparently has like cerebral palsy, so she just had like a low heart rate that was virtually undetectable by just like checking her pulse.
That's just like, she did. Wheel her off to the funeral home.
All I'm imagining right now is that doctor looking exactly like Chris Farley's character, the one that gives the drug down by, he'll live in a van down by the river. That skit. I just imagine him going and pulling up his pants back and forth, going, he's dead.
Do you think a little mirror should be mandatory for EMS officials to carry on them so that they can hold it under somebody's nose, see if there's any fog?
Maybe they should keep a heart rate monitor on them and something that they can just like throw on a person's finger or something just to double check.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would verify that the person has no heart rate like 99 times out of 100, but it's that one time.
Yeah, I don't know where they went wrong. Yeah. Sir, take this next one. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, probably not. Guess what, everybody? We're going back to Florida. And we have yet another winner. Florida man accused of breaking into ex-roommate's apartment, attacking her with sack of potatoes. Police say he hit her so hard it left a mark.
Assault with a starchy weapon.
Ugh. This is actually extremely short, so I'll just read it quick. St. Petersburg, Florida. A man is accused of breaking into his ex-roommate's apartment and attacking her with a sack of potatoes. The St. Petersburg Police Department said Stephen Teal, 34, got into his former roommate's apartment through a window. Then he hit her hard enough with a sack of potatoes that it left a mark, according to police. Teal is charged with burglary.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
special.
he hit her so hard it left a mark. Yeah, you're swinging a sack of potatoes at a person. That's a short answer.
It's fucking heavy.
Yeah, I know. But when it says police say it hit her so hard it left a mark, it's like, yeah, of course it's going to leave a fucking mark.
Well, first
It's
he
not
has
like
to
a
get it
bag of
moving
sweet
fast enough to
Valencia
leave a mark.
Yeah.
That's one way to make mashed potatoes.
Maybe she just didn't mash the potatoes for him like just. He got mad about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how you're supposed to do it. It should look like this when you're done.
Man, I thought there was going to be more story behind this. There's so much on this level.
It's literally just guy breaks in, hits lady with potatoes.
Thing
Yeah.
happened. Okay, bye.
This is what happens when they don't have a workout environment.
Man.
This is what happens when you don't have a fire
Maybe a word
extinguisher.
count- Maybe a word is a necessary evil.
Maybe a what?
Maybe a word count is a necessary evil.
In some cases, it makes sense. Like, you should have a minimum word count. Like, hey, you have to actually tell the story.
Yeah, like, why? Why was he doing this? I need
Yeah,
to know.
the other part is, a lot of times they're more concerned with getting the story out than they are with getting the facts. Just so that they can be first, and they'll be like, okay, we can update this later.
You know what? I'm gonna check it out.
What you looking for? More story?
For a longer article.
Yeah.
and Sir can read that one.
Yeah.
Hey, at least your nickname's Scooter and not Simp.
Brought that up, dude. What did I do to you?
Nothing. I'm saying that it's a good thing it's not Simp, because first off, that would be
you
inaccurate, but
son of a
second of
bitch.
all, it would still work.
You motherfuckers! That's it. I'm done. I'm handing in my resignation. Fuck this show. This is the type of treatment I get around here.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jables, turn it back.
Oh, dude.
You fucking dick, buddy.
Couldn't pass it up.
Oh,
There. Oh,
I'm not happy about Scooter.
Yeah,
Fuck you. Fuck
but it
both of you.
could be worse.
You're a dick.
At least Scooter is a legit nickname.
uh,
This is all your fault, you dyslexic fuckwit.
well,
Keep your mouth shut.
yeah. I was about to say, blame all of that on Rimshee, because if he hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have thought about it.
You're still not exempt. You got a choice.
I made the funny one, yeah. Oh. Okay. No, okay. Well, the other articles are like about the same length. Some of them stretch it out a little bit more with some more words.
This
but
is
not
from
like-
back in August, too, so it's not like we're going to get more info on it at this point, I guess.
No, it's from the August. Mm-hmm.
Alright, should we talk about the FBI, or should we talk about puppies?
Oh, that. Are you talking about the jetpack?
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't even added to the official list yet. That was just something I found yesterday.
Yeah,
Still
and we
talking.
we weren't going to add anything, but, you know, stuff happens. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Alright.
Okay.
FBI investigating pilot's report of guy in jetpack flying 3,000 feet in air near planes at LAX. What the hell? The FBI will be investigating an incident that took place near Los Angeles International Airport after an American Airlines pilot reported seeing a mystery person in a jetpack flying in the path of incoming jets Sunday evening. Dude, there are much easier ways to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Ride a bike into a busy highway.
That's what trains are for. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do the things, but I mean, there's easier ways than flying a jetpack in front of a plane. For one thing, you gotta make a fucking jetpack, and congratulations, you got a jetpack that works. That's impressive.
Yeah. Like, there are easier ways, like eating a bunch of fucking apple seeds, and then you got cyanide poisoning, you're good.
Mm.
Well, don't actually
Yeah.
do that. No, don't do
Apple
that.
seeds are unpleasant to chew.
Well, never mind. I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to give anyone ideas. The FBI is aware of the reports by pilots on Sunday and is working to determine what occurred. A spokesperson told Fox 11 on Tuesday. The American Airlines pilot reported via radio to the control tower seeing a guy in a jetpack as he was approaching LAX at about 3,000 feet and 10 miles out for a landing. In the video on this story, you can listen to the actual call to the controller. A second pilot also saw the incident. The pilots reporting it using visual flight rules, meaning there was plenty of visibility and it wasn't dark at the time. Based on research, jetpacks can fly that high, but it's pretty uncommon. There's an assumption that people with the technology and the financial ability to fly at this extreme height and near an airport would also understand that regulations around flying in LAX's flight path. One theory suggests that the incident could be an internet or social media stunt. No one has come forward to say they were flying a jetpack, and normally the promotional or fun videos we've seen of them are much lower in the sky, aimed at vacationers or thrill seekers who blast off with a pack attached to their back for a few seconds of low-level flight. I seriously would totally fly on a jetpack. That just sounds awesome. Efforts to find out... Huh?
Not me.
I'm a little weird, and I'm fully aware of that because I spent time in the Marine Corps as a crew chief, so
Right.
flight fascinates me.
People can get on my case if they want, but me and heights don't mix.
No, that's completely fair. Like, it's weird. Between like 15 feet... if my feet are on the ground and there's a good-sized drop, I'm very hesitant. But if I am literally 10,000 feet in the air and I can just lean out of the aircraft and potentially fall out, I'm like, no, I'm good. I can do this all day. Whatever, man. I'd probably be fine on a jetpack.
I think I'd probably be like fine on a... But you know, like if I'm like standing on top of something and like I can see exactly what I'm going to splat on, it's just like, It's like no, don't like it.
Yeah, I get vertigo.
Same.
I just have a different perspective. But I mean, to be fair, you look at my what I used to do, it's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Efforts to find out more from the pilot went nowhere, and representatives from American Airlines told Fox 11 to contact the FAA. The FAA said they turned the report over to the LAPD for investigation, possibly trying to locate the person via a helicopter or ground patrol. The LAPD says they performed a flyover in the area, but were not able to locate anyone that matched that description. 2 retired pilots who currently teach and consult on aviation safety say they would absolutely believe that the pilot in that situation, given their trained eyes and visual awareness. The pilot estimated the jetpack was only about 300 yards out of his window. For now, it's a mystery on many levels. Some are suggesting it was a Mylar balloon or a small helicopter. Years ago, a man in a lawn chair flew aloft with dozens of helium balloons tied to it. All this is a very puzzling and potentially dangerous mystery. As you can imagine, the consequences of that kind of mid-air collision. If you have any information related to the story, please call the LAPD.
Don't do that. It's aliens. They're going to arrest you instead.
But yeah, like even if you have a jetpack, like as cool as that is, don't fly in known flight lanes. Don't do.
Take it to the desert. Have a great time.
Actually, no.
Sure.
Take it to like the ocean or a lake and have a rescue boat nearby, because they're not completely reliable yet, and you don't want to land on hard packed dirt or even soft packed dirt, Hell, water wouldn't be fun either. So you may, but it's your best bet.
Yeah, well, at 3,000 feet, water becomes as hard as like concrete when you're slapping it in the shit.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that statement.
Yeah, no,
It's
if you
not as
fall from
hard as
3,000
concrete.
feet, you're
It's
pretty
not
much
as hard as concrete, but the difference is negligible at that point.
Yeah.
Also, with the water, you get the unpleasant bonuses. Nobody's nearby. It's like, oh yeah, now you're gonna drown.
Yeah. Not only are all your bones broken, but you get to drown in pain. And not even be able to even try to save yourself.
Well, that's part of why I said have a rescue boat ready.
Yeah.
They gotta. I don't know why this person would be up at 3K feet, considering the reliability of those things aren't exactly at their best. You want to verify that it's actually reliable before you bring it up too high.
Well, it was LA. It was Elon Musk. He made a new jetpack.
He forgot to file a flight plan.
Yeah. No, he made a new jet. He had his team making a new jetpack. They were testing it out. They were like, "Oh shit, we forgot to do something," and then they just went back.
Honestly, having a jetpack would be hella cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Potentially.
heads up to anyone who cares. Flying up without an oxygen mask, you can fly up to 10,000 feet. That's your cutoff point, pretty much.
Yeah, David Blaine just did it with a balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, above 10,000 feet, the risk of hypoxia is pretty high. Even below 10,000 feet, there is a risk, but at least in the military, it was a requirement to throw on your oxygen mask if you were above 10,000 feet.
Don't want anybody blacking out.
Yeah, no, they actually have you experience hypoxia while you're going through training. They put you in basically a large vacuum chamber that they can simulate different altitudes, and they'll bring you up high enough that you can experience hypoxia, and it's fun watching guys continue the last instruction they had, even with people literally standing right there telling them, "Put on your mask. Put on your mask." You can move your task was to move the ball from point A to point B, and they can move the ball from move it back and forth between point A and point B, and they can take the ball and move it to point C, and you'll still be moving it as if there was a ball in your hand that you were moving from point A to point B. Touch your nose, and you'll continue touching your nose, even if they tell you touch your chin. Still touching my nose. It's honestly look up. I don't know what the video what to call it, but look up videos on hypoxia, and it's kind of funny to watch these guys just fail at life because their brain's not getting enough oxygen.
I'll look that up after the show.
It's pretty great.
You wanna, sir? You wanna take the puppies?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about puppies.
B.
Unfortunately, we're in Florida. Coming to us from clickorlando.com. Puppy and crime deputies take man, dog into custody in theft. Brandon, Florida. A Florida man and his furry accomplice were taken into custody by authorities who said they had shoplifted from a store. Hillsborough County Sheriff Office said Logan Wilson was arrested Wednesday and charged with petite theft?
Petite theft. It's probably supposed to be petty.
And possession of meth. Of course. WTSP
That's why it's petite theft. He
TV.
was really skinny.
Wilson admitted to stealing $259 worth of items from Bass Pro Shops, deputies.
Sweatshirt.
He was arrested during a traffic stop before he was seen leaving the store. Deputies also took Wilson's four-legged friend into custody. A sheriff's office Facebook post showing an officer holding a small puppy said deputies took care of the cutest accomplice before handing him over to Hillsborough County Animal Service. Animal Services will care for the dog until his owner is released from jail. Animal Services has listed the puppy as pre-adopted. Deputies said that if the owner doesn't claim the dog, it will go up for adoption. Don't claim it, you meffed out fuck. Give that dog a chance. It's unclear whether Wilson has an attorney who can comment on his behalf.
It's questionable if Wilson has a brain cell.
Oh, turn that dog into a drug dog.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be awesome. Like,
The fucking irony.
exactly. Poor pupper, though.
I don't even subscribe to this. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cute little puppy.
Yeah. Yeah, if he doesn't get turned into a drug dog, that's a miscarriage of justice. But also, as long as the puppy is adopted, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we continue on?
I guess.
Oh, I guess so. Total Loser wears band's mask to their own show. Local music fan Kyle Hartley was ridiculed at an outdoor Words Are Wind show yesterday for wearing a band's COVID-19 mask he purchased on their website last week. Multiple show attendees who mocked the man confirmed. I just wanted to support the band I like. I didn't know there was some unwritten mask rule. Dr. Anthony Fauci hasn't said a single word about this. Hartley explained his cloth words are Wynn's mask, soaking up his poser tears. Now, everyone's telling me that you have to wear the mask of an adjacent band or some old school band, but most people here just cut up their patch denim jacket to make their mask, and it looks incredibly uncomfortable. Words Are Wind frontman Frank Ray published a lengthy essay on Medium to weigh in after the story went viral. Look, at the end of the day, if Kyle Hartley considers himself a fan of my band, then you know what? I need him to stop. We can't be associated with loser supporters like that, Ray said. When we first decided to start doing shows again, our big worry was that we were exposing our fans to a deadly virus that could kill them or their loved ones. We did not realize we would also be exposing them to total fucking dweebs like Kyle. As of today, we are canceling all future shows out of concern for the safety of our community. According to epidemiologist Dr. Blair Mitchell, this may be a growing issue as the COVID-19 epidemic continues. Many people are not expected to are not expecting a wave 2 of coronavirus, and are not properly preparing themselves for the onslaught of total lame ass shit coming to them. Dr. Mitchell noted. We need to stay vigilant because this is not over yet. We need to be ready for non-socially distant crowd-killing guys nursing a beer for 3 hours and then accidentally pouring it on their mask. And worst of all, cringy stage banter that bombs even harder because it's outdoors. In Europe, they figured this out and they're moving on, she added. They did Zoom acoustic shows for a few months, and now they're sweating all over each other in basements like God intended. In the US, however, we're in for losers like Kyle until potentially mid 2021. At press time, a confused and frustrated Hartley vowed to just not wear a mask to the next show he attends.
For those of you that don't know, at rock shows, you're seen as a dweeb if you wear the T-shirt of the band that's headlining. So they just transfer that to the mask, which I only slightly disagree with. I think if you're wearing a current tour shirt, I think if you're wearing a shirt that you bought while you were there,
That's
go
one
for it.
thing.
You just bought the shirt.
What better
if you're
place to keep it than on your body?
Yeah. If you're wearing a shirt from their last tour and the last time you saw them, fuck off.
It's either got to be a different band or from that tour.
Yeah. More specifically from that show.
Yeah. But it's a little harder to tell the difference from show to show. It's possible, but it's harder. Alright, who wants this next one?
I'll take it.
Alright, and we'll give Scooter the last one.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Cool. This cute little kid likes stuff from the 80s because his dad makes him. Aw, this adorable little boy loves retro 80s stuff because he's a walking monument to his dad's crippling nostalgia. Even though he was born in 2012, Donatello, get it? Still absolutely loves movies, cartoons, and just about everything else from the 80s. Why is this precious 8-year-old obsessed with disposable pop culture from over 30 years ago, created to sell breakfast cereal and action figures? Because his dad makes him, silly. My favorite movies are The Goonies and Back to the Future, explained Donatello, well, futilely blowing on a Nintendo cartridge that hasn't worked since 1991. Well, technically, those are the only movies I've ever seen. We watched them every Friday during family movie night. Afterwards, my dad quizzes me for hours on the canonical backstory of the Thundercats, and if I get everything correct, I even get to have a sip from his vintage collection of high C ecto cooler boxes. It's so fun, I guess. Sure, making friends at school since all of his peers are interested in things that didn't exist in the 80s, like Minecraft, Pokemon, or TV shows with diverse cultural representation. But those kids' parents are probably old, lame baby boomers or something, not young, fun Gen X parents. I want my son to have the same carefree childhood I had, Jason said while meticulously dusting his shelf of Hulkamania memorabilia. Like the exact same childhood. That's the whole point of having kids, right? You get to live vicariously through them as they experience things you already experienced. That's how it should be, at least. I didn't get such great parenting when I was Donatello's age. My dad never took an interest in my life when I was a kid, so now it's my young son's job to take an interest in my life when I was a kid. Oh, good. Young parents,
That's not how that works.
Nope. Young parents, unite. Let's follow Jason's example and create a new generation of 80s kids who love Pac-Man, have the hots for Ms. Pac-Man, and who only eat fruit when trapped in a digital maze. It was Whitney Houston who would sing, I believe the children are our future. Well, that didn't get very far now, did it? Why let the children be our future when they can be our past? After all, if you wanted some Fortnite playing TikTok asshole, you could have just adopted.
Damn.
No, we're not making fun of toy collectors.
Oh, toy collectors.
Did you not listen to the article?
It's not a toy
Like-
collector. It's a guy who wants to relive his childhood by forcing his
Hey.
kid to relive his childhood.
I fully admit, like, if I had an obscene amount of money, I would probably have a full collection of the like original like inner like Jurassic Park and Lost World Jurassic Park dinosaur toys.
Oh god, I
Those
would too.
are fucking awesome.
I'd also have classic video game systems like the NES and Sega and stuff like that.
I swear, man, like the Thrasher Tail T-Rex is one of my favorite teams. Yep.
I'd have the old NES and the Top Gun game. I remember playing that as a kid, and the hardest part was landing on the aircraft carrier. I never did it. But I was also like 7 at the time, so.
Either of you guys ever played Primal Range? I love them.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
It's basically like Mortal Kombat, giant gorillas and dinosaurs.
Aw.
No, it's more of a Rampage kid.
Yeah, I never got a hold of Rampage. Anyway, we've got one more item on the list tonight, folks. Disgraced Big Bird arrested for loitering in the Sesame Street red light district. New York. Huge anthropomorphic canary and Sesame Street cast member Big Bird. Canary? I don't think that's accurate. Was arrested late last night for loitering outside of the Love Pup sex club in the Sesame Street red light district, distressed PBS representatives confirmed. I don't think any of this is very fair. I just heard I could learn a fun new dance in my ass for sugar at the Love Pup.
You know what? Big Bird is a canary.
Huh. Interesting. I did not know that.
Get him to a coal mine.
Said the beloved children's show character after conferring with his attorney. But I wasn't in there very long before a policeman wrestled me to the ground. He put me in handcuffs and even brought out a tiny little pear from my teddy bear, Radar. And he asked me if I understood my rights as he read them to me. But he didn't even have a storybook. I just want to go home to my nest. Muppet police officer Krupke suggested a different story. I responded to a call that someone was mocking and humiliating Love Puppet patrons with basic, easily understandable questions about their activities at the club, claimed Krupke. I arrived at the scene to a coked out, 8-foot-tall avian asking customers if they'd like to learn what the letter D stands for. Per my conflict escalation training, I instinctively reached for my gun, but luckily for everyone, Big Bird's imaginary friend Snuffleupagus jumped in front of him before I could pull the trigger. PBS is seizing the opportunity to teach its young audience about the more mature subjects involved. Sex work, masturbation, drug use, police brutality, Miranda rights. Take your fucking pick, right? Big Bird, a children's icon, arrested at a gentleman's club? I mean, the general public didn't even know Sesame Street had a red light district. This is butt drama we're going to get to unpack for years, said Howard Daughtry, a writer on the show. Of course, Sesame Street has a long history of educating children on real-world issues, but we haven't had something that hits this close to home since the Count came out as an anti-vaxxer. Ooh. One dead child. Two dead child.
We already know why he's an anti-vaxxer. It's not because he thinks it doesn't work.
It's because he doesn't like to count higher than 5 when he's talking to the children about their age.
Yep.
I would have said 3, but furthering the Sesame Street star's legal woes, Big Bird's name was reportedly mentioned several times in a recently unsealed email correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell. Well, that's all, folks.
Uh, God damn. All right. Well. Hold
So
on.
what have we learned?
Don't be
We
an
learned
avian in the
that
red light district.
You can't say that, Rimshee. That's speciesist.
It's fine. It's good. It's fine. Alright, seriously though? What did we
Seriously, what?
learn? Did we learn anything?
There's a red light district in Sesame Street.
Don't
Bird is
put
apparently a command.
don't put your dick in your stepmom or your adopted mom. That's what we learned. She'll kill you.
Yeah.
Don't
Listen.
don't
Don't
commit crimes while your house. Huh?
Sorry.
I said,
Well,
don't commit crimes while you're out on house arrest for previous crimes.
double check
Rot.
actually dead people to make sure that they're dead before you actually take them to the funeral home.
Yeah. Could we say
Well.
that she
Roast
did
to
not
what, Mickey? Roast to
Wait,
which
wait.
one?
God. Can we say that she did not consent to being dead?
She did not consent to being dead, no. Which one's gross,
No.
Mickey? I want to know. The don't
Yeah.
sleep with your adopted mom is the one I'm most likely guessing is the one she's talking about. Yeah!
Yeah, that's pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, catch the rerun
Right.
and you'll
Weird.
hear all about that crazy bullshit.
Yeah. They also adopted 51 children. Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't just stick his penis in her. They got married, and then adopted 51 kids and had 4 of their own.
It's not grooming, I promise. Lies.
The
It's not about the incest. It's the fact that she adopted him at 14 and then married him at 21. It sounds very much like grooming.
Yeah, it's the grooming aspect of it, not the incest thing.
Yeah.
Also, let's not forget the fact that she was a gospel singer.
I didn't even think about I didn't even think about the fact that that could be viewed as incestual.
No, none of us did because we saw the word adopted, so it never
crossed our mind. All that crossed our mind was grooming.
Yeah, she was 30, he was 14.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it, Y2K.
No, just no.
No.
All right. Well, we're gonna end the show here, guys. Still don't know if Nick's gonna do a show. He doesn't even know, but just keep an eye on your notifications. He might do something later. He might just do some gaming later. I don't know. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you live somewhere else, figure it the fuck out.
Be here on the 25th for a special show.
What's the 25th?
The 25th is the day before I get married.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rimshee's 6. We're doing a show on the 25th. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely tune in for that. Miserable bastards.
I may even throw up a webcam. I don't know yet. We'll figure that one out. It's a shitty webcam, but whatever.
Whatever.
We'll see. All right,
Make sure
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
clink your glasses, tell your loved ones you love them. Have a good night, everybody.